Hey everyone, it's the week of June 28th, 2010. My name's Rob Tart, and this is Pie's Perspective. A man in prison named Nicholas Cocaine and his cellmate Thierry Baudry had a fight when Baudry refused to wash his hands after going to the bathroom. I imagine living in such confined quarters would lead to a lot of tension and eventually some fighting. Now after this particular fight, Cocaine strangled Baudry to death. Now that seems to me like a bit of a harsh reaction for someone not washing their hands. But he didn't stop there. After strangling the man, he cut his chest open with a razor blade. Thinking it was the man's heart, he ripped out a portion of Baudry's lung and ate it raw before he cooked the rest. Now Cocaine was quoted as saying, "What I did, I like doing." Hey buddy, it's probably too late now, but that isn't going to help your case. Now the article I read said that Cocaine is apparently aware of his impulses and has requested psychiatric help. Impulses? I'd hardly call resolving a dispute by killing a person, cutting open their chest, and eating their lung as an impulse. Going to the grocery store to buy 1,000 Twinkies? That's an impulse. Shoplifting a clown wig? That's an impulse. Picking up a hitchhiker with long scraggly hair and a sign that has the word anywhere misspelled in 3 spots? That's an impulse. Murdering people over a minor dispute? That's not an impulse. That's a grade A psychotic act. I'm guessing he decided to cook the lung after realizing eating a raw lung wasn't overly appetizing despite the shock factor. Now I don't imagine convicts have access to stoves, so he must have found a way to cook it in his prison cell. That means there had to be some sort of smell, not that I think anybody there could actually identify it. Hey, you smell that? It smells like somebody's cooking spleen. No, I think it's pancreas. You're both wrong. That's definitely lung. How would you know? I was abandoned as a child and raised by cannibals. Alright, let's see. Oh, that would be refreshing. I'd really like that. I would appreciate that. That would be good as well. I'd be very happy with that, and I'd be thankful for those. I think I'll go for the sub, but you feel free to choose whichever one you like. A woman named Patricia Edwards was pulled over by police because police believed she was distracted by her passengers. The passengers were cats. 15 of them. Now the cats were not in crates, they were running free in the car. The cop pulled her over after she nearly backed into his patrol car. He then seized 15 cats because he believed they were a driving distraction, and consequently posed a danger to her and other drivers. How on earth did this woman get 15 cats into her car? Anyone who owns cats knows that getting a cat into the car can be a nightmare, especially if you don't have a carrier. Getting 15 non-crated cats into a car? I mean, that's got to be some sort of record. She must have thrown them in one at a time, quickly closing the door before any of the other ones could escape. Another question I have is, why was she driving around with so many cats? We all know dogs love to ride in a car. I mean, all you have to say is, "You want to go for a ride, boy?" to a dog, and it'll immediately perk up and start wagging its tail. If you ask a cat if it wants to go for a ride, it just looks at you with complete indifference and then walks off and takes a nap. But what if this woman had gotten into an accident and rolled her vehicle? Police roll up to the scene. There's cats everywhere because unless this woman has 15 mini cat seatbelts, you can be pretty sure that some of the animals would have been ejected from the vehicle. Police will have to put little kitty chalk lines everywhere. Then the paramedics show up and they realize they don't have a little cat defibrillator or 15 miniature IV lines. Then they realize they're going to have to transport several wounded cats to the vet in the back of their ambulance. Now can you imagine the nightmare of tending to several cats on the gurney while the rest of them are roaming around and getting into the drawers? Just to arrive at the vet and see that it's after hours and they're closed. I think the only thing you can do then is throw in a couple of bags of cat litter, a couple of bags of food, close the doors, and wait. Today's question of the day is, name a pet that someone you know owns that in your opinion does not reciprocate the love and attention given to it by its owner. A buddy of mine had a scorpion. Now the thing couldn't be picked up and it didn't move unless it was going to eat. I mean, you could have put in a plastic replica and you would have got the same enjoyment out of the thing. Anyway, that's all I have for this week. Thanks for watching, and remember, it's not necessarily right or wrong, it's just my perspective. A man in prison picking up a hitchhiker while the rest of them are roaming around.